so badly, I wanna go outside. But everyone knows that a man ain't supposed to cry.
Man, I just want to get this off my chest. Is a man allowed to cry? I've been holding it in for so long. It just came out as anger, frustration, alcohol addiction, lusting. I'm trying to numb myself, but I really just want to let it out. Childhood trauma, addiction, stress, battles with my mama. She wishes for the best. I bottled it all up. When can I express? A man ain't supposed to cry, but it's leaking out my flesh. Can I talk to you? I just really need guidance. I don't wanna get drunk. I don't wanna seek violence. I need a man to lean on to make this pain silence. I know I seem strong, but inside it's childish. Need emotional regulation and distress tolerance. Radical acceptance. Feel like I need a psychologist. I'm looking for love, but don't know how to honor it. They medicated me. They say my depression is moderate. Divorce, single, trying to date. Find a woman that relate, that won't use my pain against me to escape. That's when love turned to hate, to an empty Henny bottle, wiping tears off my face. Damn, this is weight.
God, we come to you humbly. We thank you in advance for bringing victory to us in this podcast. Let this episode go without hiccup, but if it does, turn it into glory, into something powerful that people can feel connected with. Let you come through us, God. This is divine time to be on the holy ground, Lord God. And we need you to just give us that confidence that flow through us. Use us right now. We want to be used in Jesus' name. We pray. Bless Hey, what's going on, guys? For the viewers out there on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, for people all over the world that needs this message. This show is for men. We're changing the narrative on men ain't supposed to cry. We're changing the narrative when you tell your woman something and she uses it as a weapon against you. We're changing the narrative so you don't have to worry about expressing yourself and being vulnerable. We talk about emotions and your situations, any stress that you went through. You could be a police officer, you could be a drug dealer, whoever you are, any kind of man out there. We want to understand your pain. We want to be the shoulder to lean on. And we want to be there to support you and help you get to the next level in your life. Because through God, you will be saved and you will be transformed in a mind. The name of the show is called Men Cry. And my name is MFJ, which is short for Mental Fitness J. I got my brother to the left.
Yep, my name is Irvin.
And my brother to the right.
I'm Mike.
Yes, and guess what, guys? Today's topic, I got some questions for some fans that sent in requests and wanted to ask us some questions to get to know us better. And today's topic is called "You Heal the Man, You Heal the Home." And I'm gonna let my brother Irvin start off with something he got for us.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And first of all, I want to say thank you guys, man, for being here with us, man. It's just awesome to have guys that, come together, man, and be able to see the necessary need, man, to just be stronger, to be wiser, to be more powerful, you know what I mean? Because as my brother Jay said, man, it's just about being able to transform our lives and be a lot more strengthened and more powerful so that therefore we can raise better homes, look for better, women that can be able to be a part of who we are, the best version of us, and raise great families. But as my brother had said earlier, man, it's about heal the man, heal the home. And I also want to add to it just the perspective of being able to know that healing is in your hands too as well, right? And I just want to read the definition to give us a tone of what it exactly means in terms of heal, right? So to heal as a man means is to embark on a conscious journey to address emotional, mental, and spiritual wounds that has been suppressed.
Yeah. I love that. That makes sense. I mean, when you tell a man that, a young child, that, hey, toughen up, man, boys don't cry, he's suppressing that emotion that he wants to release. He wants that support.
Right.
He wants you to say that, it's going to be okay. He wants you to, give him a hug or a kiss or whatever it is. And then he grows up with this stigma or this attitude that he has to be tough all the time.
Yeah.
And that suppression turns into lust, drugs and alcohol and drug dealing and any kind of way that he can deal with that.
Yeah.
Because it's all bottled in. So how do you feel about that, Mike? Suppressing the male emotions.
I think it's tough because there is that stigma of you gotta be a man. You gotta be tough. You can't show any weakness. Honestly, from experience, most men don't talk to their wife about what's going on, and I think that's a big issue that they don't talk about it. As a man, me personally, I would need encouragement from my lady to feel good.
Yes.
I would like to know that I'm valued, that I'm needed in this home, that I'm not just here to pay a bill, but I'm needed as a man. And just encouragement, I think that's really cool, man.
Yes.
Encourage him to do well.
Yes, and I'm telling you, I always say this. I say it to my lady too. All a man really need is a woman that supports him.
Yeah.
That, like Method Man said, you rub me on my back and say, baby, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
And that's real. So a brother like me, baby, and never get my way and keep it tight, all right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, all we need is that. We'll go take over the world.
I heard one time a gentleman said that the woman, the house is our crown. For example, if we're all kings in the Most High, but you're not a king unless you got
A crown.
You need the crown, right? Now we can walk down the street and be a king, but if we don't have our crown, nobody's going to know. We're not going to feel it. So a woman is our crown as a man's crown. I guess her attention should be not necessarily, oh, he's the king, so I'll bow down.
Yeah.
But I would say just those things.
Yeah.
Encouragement, let them know that you value, and show appreciation.
One time I was watching this podcast with Mike Tyson. It's called Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. And he said that a woman makes a man feel like a man. A man knows he's a man. If not, he wouldn't know. I don't know how, if I agree with it all the way.
Yeah.
But as far as you saying that we need them as they are our trophy or our crown, I don't agree with that all the way, because you want to be secure with yourself. I feel like when a man is happy, right?
Yeah.
And a woman is happy, they can bring happiness together, right? Now, if a man is not happy, and he's borrowing a woman's happiness, when she leaves, he's broken again.
Yeah.
He's back on the drugs. He's back out there on the streets looking again, hurt. So, yes, we do. You got to have the right woman to make your crown, or because you don't want to put them before you. You don't want to put them before God, number one.
Of course.
They are an asset, for sure. But what I noticed lately is that us men, and me too, it's almost like we're desperate for love. And I know it says in the Bible that a man is not meant to be alone.
Right.
But he should be with the woman that's equally yoked. So we can't settle either.
Yeah.
We got to make sure that crown is fit for the king.
Yeah.
It's in Genesis 3, I believe. But, God, it says that God made us a helper that's compatible.
Yes.
Compatible with us.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, well, when you go to Proverbs, to your point, you just say that a woman is the crown.
Yeah.
She should be worn as a crown, but she has to be of enough value to be able to be that crown, right?
Okay.
Not just any woman can fit in that position,
That's
or
right.
you know what I mean. If the crown is too small, it don't fit for me, right?
exactly.
If the crown is too big, it don't fit for me, right?
Yes.
It got to be that one that's aligned for me. And it just brings me back to where we got. Where does this all start from?
Yes.
Right? Because a lot of times, to be quite frank with you, we go out into a world and we're trying to create something that we necessarily haven't made ourselves enough prepared for.
I never saw.
Right? Exactly. Or never saw, right? So therefore now we're choosing a version of ourselves that in a woman that we ain't gonna necessarily be a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, right? So therefore now what we thought can be a crown that we can wear no longer fits in that mold, or she ain't growing with us, right? And that's how we end up in these situations, which boils down to your very point of us being healed. Who are we as men? Because it starts with us.
Yes.
Right? Before I go off getting a woman to bring her into this dynamic, into my kingdom, right?
Yeah.
I need to already be the king.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? I already got to be a king. I
Yes.
can't be metamorphosing into a king
Yes.
right? And bringing something in here
Yeah.
that it's not, the foundation ain't laid, it ain't built right, right?
Yeah.
And that's where the healing comes in, right?
Yes.
Have I dealt with my emotional suppression?
Yes.
Have I dealt with my psychological issues? Have
Yes.
I really took the time to wait? And that's why I like the fact that God says a man that findeth a woman. It don't mean I gotta go find her right now.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
Right, yeah.
This is why we get into these situations, and then we get entangled with these women. And next thing you know, it's like, dang, now home is broken.
Yeah.
And then all the people that's attached to that suffer too as well,
Exactly,
right?
yes.
Because we haven't found our healing. But then we get out of these situations after getting those scars,
Yes,
and
yes.
it's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I need to focus on me.
Yeah.
And sometimes we just do it backwards when it really should be that way on the foreground.
Yes.
Who do I need to be in order to have the woman that I need to have that can
Yeah.
be sustainable enough to go that distance?
Right.
And
Yes.
the fact of the matter is do I even know what she looked like? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, opposed to let me go on and get it and then trying to figure it out as I go.
Yes.
What does that woman look like for you right now?
Yes. I want to say this. I want to piggyback on what you're saying. A lot of times, us men, we date women where we at, not where we going.
Right.
Not where we going. I don't think
Yeah.
they heard us.
Right.
We date women where we at, not where we going.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, that healing process, you need to know where you're going so you can pick the
Yep.
woman that's,
Yep.
that's going to be good for where you're going. She's going
Right.
to be a supporter. She's going to be somebody you can build with. She's going to, for me, I want to do a lot of missionary work and go help people all over the world. So she's got to have that same heart. You know what I mean? She's got to love God. But before I even got to that point, I was settling for the woman that had mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? I was settling. She's showing me love. I'm hurt.
Right.
She hurt. We gonna
Right.
We're gonna be hurt together.
We're gonna be
Yep.
hurt together.
Yep.
We're gonna figure it out. And I've done that. And then it was chaos because you rushed into that and then you didn't really see the real mental health issues. And now you like, nah. Now I know I was on another level, but I ain't on this level. You need a doctor. You know what I mean? But going through the healing process, right? For me, being 39, I done been through a divorce. I done been through my first love where she was abusive, right? And she was, to me, I done been hit on by a woman. I didn't know how to accept that, you know what I'm saying? And I've been in an abusive relationship too, where from that first situation that she triggered me to hit her.
Yeah.
Because, and the reason why she was doing that is because if I would have walked out that door, she would have thought I didn't love her.
Yeah.
That's how backwards her love was.
Yep.
The man showed her, I'm sorry, baby, I love you, after he hit her. And now when a man walks away without doing that, she's like, wait, you don't love me?
You don't love me. Yeah.
Just walking away like this is cool? So, but for us men, to heal a man, you heal the home. The women need leadership. They going back and forth with this masculinity. Men and women are like in competition. I don't believe in none of these titles. I don't believe in none of these titles, right? Because if you healing yourself, if you doing the work every day, you're reading these psychology books, you studying the word, and you practicing the word, you already up a level.
Yeah.
I mean, you see that woman, and she might be a little ratchet or whatever, you be like, nah, I don't want a woman like that.
Right.
You might see another woman that might be bossy, controlling, or like, you like, I don't want a woman like that.
Right.
So now, once you start healing yourself, you be like, I know exactly what I want.
Yes.
And then you go through the application.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%. You know what I found throughout it all, man? It's about having boundaries.
Boundaries,
You
yes.
gotta have boundaries, right? I can remember telling somebody after I had got out of my situation and were hurtful for me, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't have boundaries before. I gave everybody access, right? I didn't know how to tell people no because I wanted to help so many people and do so much of it. I got a word for you. You understand what I'm saying? But I was pouring out, but nobody was pouring into me, right? And after getting out of my situation and realizing, like, God dang, bro, like I'm really, really in a place to where I almost feel empty, but I got all the essential tools to feel my own self. Those same tools I've been giving to others, I can give them to myself now, right? And I can remember telling a person, they text me, right? And I told them, I say, hey, look, right now, hey, I hope everything going good for you, but right now I'm working on me.
Yeah.
And you know their response, oh, I was just trying to see how you was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they got
like
really
that.
irritated. And what it showed me is that even the people that think or think that they're loyal to you, when it really boils down to it, they really don't care. Because if I say to you, hey, look, I hope you're doing well, but I need to work on you right now, and you get agitated and mad, why would you get mad on me trying to heal myself? But it showed me, Like
Yeah.
you said,
Yeah.
you don't belong in this page.
Nah, you don't belong where I'm going.
You know what I'm
Where
saying?
going. Get off on exit 57, you get stuck
Yeah.
on 57 for a couple years. You supposed to go to 100.
Right.
But now you stuck on 57.
But
you gotta
and
get back on
right.
the road again.
Exactly. Now imagine all the time we spend with these people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
To where we've been dialoguing with. You got a sense of that something really is
Yeah.
a little bit
You
off
know.
about you, but you still keep them around because sometimes we need that validation. We just want to be around
We don't
some
wanna be
people.
alone.
We don't want to be alone. Exactly. But when you really realize, man, that healing requires you to be by yourself a lot of times.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then say, okay, well, and evaluate your circle. And it's when a person cannot respect that, I already know.
Yeah.
You know, when you ain't the right person that I had in my circle. You know what I'm saying? And taking that step back allowed me to evaluate everything and seeing who's taking and who's giving and who feeds and who don't feed. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And making that tough decision to be able to say, you know what, man, listen, I just can't give you that access to me.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying to you? And you gotta respect that. And if
Yeah.
you can't respect it, then you wasn't
wasn't
designed to
in
be
it.
in my circle anyway.
Exactly. What I was gonna ask Mike is, let me ask you a question. We got a question from one of the followers that they want to ask Mike. Where does the healing begin? This is from Anna from Tennessee. She wants to know, where does the healing begin for a man?
That's a tough question. Where does it begin? So, you know, we're talking about boundaries.
Yes.
You know, they're healthy parameters and limits for people that you want to keep in your life.
Yeah.
So if I'm setting boundaries with you and saying, here's a line, that means I still want you in my life, right? I'm not just saying, hey, you're X'd out. The healing, I think, healing truly begins, and this is for every human, I believe, that they're valued, man. It's really key. Validation, encouragement. But it begins, of course, I believe, you know, the Father, the Most High, can heal anything. You know, He says in His Word, "I'll give you a new heart." So if that's what you pray, fix my problems, heal my heart, He can give you a new one when you seek Him, you search Him out. But I think from a man's perspective, the woman, so my wife, I'm going through a divorce right now, but I just need her to say, hey, I love you, you're good, you know, thank you, you know, that we're just not here to pay the bills and make everything easy.
Yeah, man.
But a woman has his wife, girlfriend, plays a big role in how he feels, because as a man, we're invested. We love our woman.
Yeah.
And
Men love
So
them
yeah,
all.
so same question for you, my brother. Where does Anna from Tennessee?
Mhm.
She want to know, where does the healing begin?
For us as a man, right?
Yep.
Yeah, well, obviously, I believe it begins with us, right? And it begins with us being able to, where are you at in life? You understand? Are you at that place in your life to where you feel like enough is enough? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, for myself personally, that's where it begins, right? You know, have you gotten to that place where you feel like, man, I've poured out. There's so many people, it's time to pour into me. And even if you're not at that place, it begins with the fact of evaluating yourself. Where am I, and where do I want to go? You know what I'm saying? And being real honest with yourself about where you are emotionally, where you at psychologically, and where you are spiritually, right? And once you can examine those things, and I want to say that because some people are in relationships, and it's not like they're not looking to get out of their relationships, but they need to learn how to heal within their relationship, right? So it's that type of evaluation of where you are as a man, right? And being, quite frankly, I mean, godly honest with yourself to know where you are, and then say, okay, well, this is what I'm going to address. Once you figure those things out, right? And doing the research. So I believe it begins with us taking self-examination of what we got going on and who we got it going on with, right? And are these people bringing to me, not in a selfish sense, but are they actually contributing to my spiritual well-being, my emotional well-being, right? Or are they actually prohibiting my growth and my well-being. Like for instance, we can have friends
Yeah.
that we go to talk to about something, and they just blow smoke up our butt. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell us what's really real because they're trying to protect our feelings.
Yeah.
But that ain't the type of people I need in my circle. You understand? Like I need real people in my circle. So from that perspective of externally, who you got in your circle and how are they beneficial to you, and internally, what habits do you got going on? What behaviors do you use? Have you seen something within yourself the way you like, dang, I don't like that side of me? Well, that's where it began, bro. Start working on that.
Yeah, definitely. So if I was to answer this question, where does the healing begin? Anna, I would say that based on a man's traumas, you know, maybe he's in drug addiction, maybe he's been molested, maybe he's didn't have a dad, maybe he went through a whole nother process in life of maybe he had money and he was brought up wealthy and he's trying to, you know, and he's coming from, for me, I'll speak for myself, me not having a father, my healing had to begin when I was 39 years old. That's when I had to do a self-evaluation. And I was angry. I was bullied when I was younger, so number one, I had abandonment issues. That followed me all the way to 39. Number two, I was getting bullied at a young age, so that was fear. But now as I got bigger, I want to project that fear into anger and take it out on the new people like they was the bullies that was then. So let's just go there for them two parts. Abandonment. Abandonment led me to codependency, right? Codependency to drugs, alcohol, friends that were no good for me. Right. Now, let's go to fear. Fear turned into anger and make me snap and want to hurt people before they hurt me. Right? So now me identifying those two, I know where it began. So for me, I had to go to the Bible. When I went to God and said, I trust you, God, take my life into your hands, right? He started showing me that to have a pure heart, and I'm asking him for forgiveness for the things I've done. He said, forgive yourself. And I was like, forgive myself. So once I believed what he said was to forgive myself, I did. And that made me identify the problem and then do the opposite. And said, well, I don't want to feel like that. But once I forgave myself, I literally moved forward. I never looked back. No more. I'm not worried about the past, what's on the side of me. I'm only going forward from now. I'm making every right decision forward. Not saying you're going to be perfect, but you're still going to stumble. You're still going to run into situations that catch you off guard and you might snap a little. But you don't beat yourself up with a hammer.
Right.
You know, you beat yourself up with a feather. You know what I'm saying? I'll do better next time. You got to tell yourself that. Because in the Bible it says, you know, God doesn't want us to condemn ourselves. For our sins. We were born into sin. So the healing process, depending on your traumas, starts with identifying. Once you identify them, then you can do the opposite in the work, which is reading the Bible. Which is looking up some psychology stuff and learning the DBT, CBT, your thinking, changing your belief. You know, and as I forgave those people in the past, that helped me have more love in my heart. Because I said, God, I want pure love. I want love. I don't want that anger emotion. Everybody gets angry, but I don't want that anger emotion. That anger emotion. After you do all this study and working, you don't want to feel that no more.
And to myself, no matter how the world look at me, but to myself, right? And being okay with that and growing within that, man, because that's when you'll be starting to see that, dang, I was a mile backwards before, but now I look at my life now, I can see like, dang, bro, I don't really came a long ways. You know what I'm saying? And that's what healing ourselves is about. Now we start choosing better people, right? Now, when I'm looking for a woman to build a home with, I'm picking somebody that matches the better version of me and that got the same direction of where I'm going, right? So therefore, when we do have kids together, they can see a cohesive family, not codependency, but interdependent. You know what I'm saying to you? So now this child, this child is growing up as a whole individual. And when he go out and find his wife or her husband, she know what to pick and what to choose. And now that's another home that is an extension of you that then begins to bring something greater to the world. And as we continue to do that, our generations begin to look better and we look better and look better and we look better, right? And not only that, when we start bringing people into our environment that matches who we are, then we start feeding off of each other, right? Now you raising a home, you know what I'm saying? And those that come along with us in this journey too are raising homes, man. And Lord be surely, man, this world start to begin to look like a better place, man. All because of us saying, you know what, I need to work on me. I'm gonna heal me, and I ain't gonna bring nobody into my life until I know I need to be what I need to be. At least work on those foundational things that I need, based upon what I've seen in my life and my old situations and bad relationships that I don't want to continue that cycle on, man. You know what I'm saying? And now I perpetuate something that's better in the future.
I appreciate that, man. That was really deep and profound, and I hope everybody out there is paying attention and listening, especially the men and women. If you're watching the show, you know, take this knowledge and pass it on to your son and know how to love him. We're gonna go more in detail with this conversation. Just I want to ask my brother Mike if he got something to add to it before we close out.
I would say, you know, it says in the word, a cord of 3 strands is stronger and better than 2 or 1. You know, so he mentions 3, which would be you, your partner, and he's number 1. He's the first strand. I think the healing will start when pray together. Just whatever you do, pray together in your morning and at night. That really brings feelings and emotions involved to the relationship. Oh, I can trust him. I can open up to God. This is quality time. I think it's really important that a husband and wife pray together, especially if they have kids.
Oh yeah. I definitely believe a family that prays together stays
together. That's
right. I just want to make sure everything's still good on that end. All right, good. So so a family that prays together stays together, and a man that's healed can build, and his family can live in the promises that God has. It's nothing like going to church with your wife or your woman. Sitting side by side.
And I'm glad you said that too, brother, because you know I just want to mention this too as well, because I definitely don't want the women to feel any to regard that there is no responsibility on you as well too, right? You look at the Sarahs of the world, right? You look at the Ruths of the world, right? You look at Proverbs 31, it talks about what that woman should be. You understand what I'm saying to you? So there is responsibility for you in your role too as well, right? Because relationships is about bringing 2 whole people together, right? I shouldn't have to make you who you need to be. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, you should come ready already. So just as we are talking about healing ourselves and working on ourselves and becoming the best version of ourselves, women have to do the same thing too. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't want to go too deep, because I know we can make a whole conversation about this in and of itself, right? Because when they know their value, how valuable they are to the dynamic of husband and wife. You look at Adam and Eve, you know, the power that Eve had. You know what I'm saying? Because you do hold that power to influence a man, right? Because our job is to be able to make sure that you good. You know what I'm saying? My body, right, exactly. My body is not my own, but it's yours, and your body is not your own, but it is mine. You know what I'm saying? So that shows that we're both working together to be able to make this cohabitation 2 independent people that build something and that creates something that we can put out into the world and it admires. You know what I'm saying? So again, as a single man looking for a great woman, right? I'm looking for somebody that is there already too. You know what I'm saying to you? Iron sharpens iron, but at the same time too, man, it's work that women got to do too as well. You know what I'm saying? When you think about how was Sarah dealing with Abraham to have such a powerful man in her life? You understand? How was Ruth to be able to get Boaz? You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of woman she had to be? Look at her character. And it gives you an example of what type of woman are qualified for a God man. You understand? So it's just not us working there. Obviously, it's an independent thing, because I got to work on me. I can't focus on that. I know that God would bring the alignment in time. But at the same time, too, you know, what are you doing? Who do you got to be to attract the man that we've become being, you know?
Because I want to just say this before we wrap up, man. I want to say that man has to heal, right? So he can find the right woman. I'm going to let you know that. Women, and I don't mean this in no disrespect to women. She can be the most successful woman in the world, most beautiful woman in the world. In her world, that man that she wants is the prize. So us men bowing down you know what I'm saying, and making ourselves low and chasing and all that. We need to be attracting because we are the prize. We are the leaders. We are the protectors. We are the providers. And these women, these high upper echelon women that they say they are, much respect to you. But there's a man that you want. He's the prize. And I'm pretty sure that man had to do some self-healing too to keep you 30, 40 years of marriage. And, you know, there's a lot of relationships like older generations, I would say, let's go back to the 60s and 70s. It was just a different time. But for them, that man did everything. He was the man. He worked, he fixed up around the house, he guided the kids, put the kids through college. Nowadays, everybody got this microwave love. But the main fact of this topic today is you heal the man, you heal the home. I want to take the focus off. I don't want them to have no responsibility and accountability for what a man should do. No, a woman can't raise a man. She just can't. A boy needs guidance from his father. A boy looks up to his father for are you proud of me? Please, my son does that. And every time I talk to him, he's like, I do Bible study, I do this, I do that. And he's looking for me to say, yeah, good. And I do that. I do that to him. And that's the same thing our Father does. You know, we trying to please our Father in heaven. And say, am I doing it right, God? I always ask God, I said, am I pleasing you? He said, yes, you please me. If I'm doing something wrong, he's letting me know. You need to tighten up here, tighten up there.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I want to wrap up this show. The topic was you heal the man, you heal the home. This is Men Cry with MFJ, my brother.
Absolutely. Kelvin Irvin, man, find us on Instagram too as well. Let me just plug that in too, man. Irvin's Garlic Seafood. You can definitely find us there too as well, man.
Mike.
Yeah.
No, Mike, you got you want to say anything, or you want to put in a tag or your IG, TikTok, anything?
No, I don't have any socials.
Okay. Well, listen, this was a great conversation, and we just want to thank you guys for tuning in with us. Men Cry. We're gonna have a lot of different guests on the show, from police officers to lawyers to doctors to drug addicts, to people in recovery. I don't mean to call them drug addicts. I'm a recovered addict, but I don't even say recovered addict. I say delivered addict, and cause I believe God delivered me from that disease. They call it a disease. And that's another topic. But we just want to thank you guys for listening, and anybody else out there that I hope you pay attention to these words. And we just want to say we love you. Good night, and see you again next week. Peace.
God, so badly I wanna go outside, but everyone knows that a man ain't supposed to cry.